This is the police! Stay where you are! Breaking news! My name is Sarika Pulam and there has been a murder in the tri-state area. Now we'll go to Leah Maloop standing by on the field.
Thank you, Sarika. Hi, I'm Leah Maloop and I'm at the scene where just moments ago the action went down. Yes, reporters are just learning that there was a murder here at 104 Crush Avenue this morning. All we know so far is that there was a fatal shooting resulting in the death of 23-year-old Keith Pulam. The only thing remaining on the scene was a broken potted plant, slightly curved. The only question remaining is, why was the potted plant curved?
Okay, Bonnie the botanist will be joining me to explain the phenomenon of phototropism. Basically, auxin causes the plant to grow in the direction of light, and this growth is in response to light, and it's called phototropism. The auxin elongates cells on the dark side so that the plant leans towards the light. But first, what is an auxin? Wait, what is an auxin?
An auxin hormone in plants results in the elongation of certain plant cells. Teenagers aren't the only ones with raging hormones. Plants are full of hormones too. But lucky for them, they don't get pimples.
Oh, haha, that makes sense.
Moving on, first the direction of the light is detected at the tip of the shoot. It is absorbed by a flavoprotein called phototropin. Flavoproteins contain flavin as a prosthetic group. The auxin moves from the tip of the plant down. Then an auxin transporter, one of the PIN proteins, is inserted in the plasma membrane at the lateral face of the cell in the shoot. Auxin is pumped out of these efflux transporters and accumulate in the cell in the shady side. This stimulates the elongation of cells on the shady side, causing the shoot to bend towards the light.
Oh, so basically light is absorbed by a protein and auxin moves from the tip of the shoot all the way down. And then a transporter is inserted on the edge of the cells and auxin is pumped out of these transporters. And it piles up on the cells on the shady side, which causes the cells to elongate and the shoot to bend forwards towards the sunlight.
Yeah, exactly. This explanation might be simplified by the acid growth hypothesis.
Okay, so joining me to talk about the acid growth hypothesis now is another plant specialist, Sprout.
Thanks for having me here, Sarika. This theory explains how auxin allows plant cells to elongate. According to the AGH, approximately 10 to 15 minutes after the cell is exposed to auxin, the cell walls loosen due to a change in acidity in the surrounding environment. Enzymes known as the hydrogen ATPase, or hydrogen ATPase, are activated by second messengers within the cell, which are induced by the reception of IAA, a class of auxin hormones. The hydrogen ATPase pump out hydrogen ions against the electrochemical gradient using ATP. This increases the concentration of hydrogen ions in the cell wall area, which weakens the intermolecular bonds within the cell wall. Then water enters the cell as there is a lower osmotic pressure within the cell. Hydrostatic pressure of the membrane pushes against the cell wall, causing a minor enlargement of the cell. After some more time, the cell size increases further by the auxin producing more proteins to form the cell wall.
Oh, that's so cool. Thank you for explaining that to me. Now, reporter 2, Leah Maloop, has some more updates on the scene.
So, I'm actually a specialist myself. Shame I wasn't considered for this job. To give some detail, this auxin hormone attaches to the receptor protein. This then starts a signal transduction pathway using various second messengers. These second messengers enter the nucleus and activate RNA polymerase, which then express specific genes. These then create proteins to help cells grow. This can include the hydrogen ATPase enzyme, which is an integral part of the acid growth hypothesis. Reporting back to you. Okay, so we now have footage of a plant under the influence of auxin.
I am a plant. The source of light is on this side of my plant body. Therefore, the auxin that is produced at my tip will move towards the shady side of my plant body, which is the side that is not being covered by the light. As more and more auxin is transported to the shady side of my body, the shady side of my body will increase in size, causing my plant body to shift towards the source of the light.
This is Leah Malu reporting back to you. Plants. They're really cool. To learn about them, we go to school. We learn things like photosynthesis, but there's one topic that we always miss: phototropism. Phototropism. Did you ever wonder why plants bend? It really is a very common trend. Phototropism is when plants orient themselves towards a source of light. Isn't that swell? Auxin.
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 The mechanism for this phenomenon are hormones called auxins. Man, come on. Auxins are produced in the tip of a plant stem, which is lit. Auxin.
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 As auxin moves down the stem, it moves to the shady side with the rest of them. This accumulation causes those cells to grow, while the ones in the sunlight remain low. Elongation. Elongation. At the molecular level, something cool occurs. Reception, transduction, and responses are spurred. Spurred.
Spurred.
Spurred.
Spurred.
You got your auxin hormone IAA, which binds to an auxin receptor on the cell membrane. This is known as the first messenger, because if the cell was a girl, it would be the first to message her. Just kidding. Just kidding. Then a signal transduction pathway starts. This right here is our favorite part. Response.
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 In transduction, second messengers are produced, and it is their job to induce. There are many proteins and auxin-regulated genes. Dang plants. Cool beans. We knew plants undergo photosynthesis. Now let's talk about the acid growth hypothesis. This refers to the increased elasticity of a plant cell's wall. Isn't that neat? Elasticity. Elasticity. You got your ATPase enzymes. It takes 10 to 15 minutes of your time. This enzyme pumps ions of hydrogen against its electrochemical gradient. This causes the cell wall to become more acidic, and then, due to weakened intermolecular forces, it will loosen. 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 This change in osmotic pressure causes water to usher inside the cell, making it elongate. We're finally up to date.